Welcome, Creative Minds, Episode 1 of the jacket variations, waistcoat or vestcoat as it is called in some region. So I have on my table here, I have my basic bodies which I've copied on this pattern. If you don't know how to do your basic block, you can go to our channel right now and watch how to do your basic block from the beginning. So the basic block from here is to the waistline. It's a jacket, it's a waistcoat or vestcoat jacket that is going to be getting to the waistline. So the target is to the waistline. And then I've added all the measurements there. So right now, I've already contoured even my shoulder for the front and my back, just as it is done in a basic bodies block. Go there, check how it's done, and do all that I have here. So right now, because it's a jacket and it's going to be having a button on the front that will be lapping each other, so I'm going to be extending the front piece by 1 inch. So that is my dart. I've not put the waist dart on this because the jacket is going to be coming down a little bit. When we shape this, you're going to be seeing how it's done. But my dart is rightly placed on my back, which is 1 inch, 0.5 on both sides. And then I've already put my bust darts and my shoulder darts over there. Like I said, check our video and see how it's done on this channel. Now let us extend the line. So my breakpoint now is on my chest line. So if you want a breakpoint to be your bust line, so you're just going to extend from the bust line. So your breakpoint can be from the bust line or for the chest line. But for the sake of this project, I'm just going to be doing on my chest line. And then I'm going to be joining the line up to the waistline. So this serves as the lap for the front, which is going to be overlap. So now it's going to be having a V neck. So instead of just doing a sharp V, it's not going to be so right like that. So I want it to look coffee. So whenever you're doing your neckline, when you have a deep neckline, you increase the width of your neck by half an inch or by 1 inch, depending on the size you're working with. So I'm increasing my neck width here by half an inch. Then I'm going to now be connecting my V neckline. You can see I'm using the curved side of the pattern master, not the ruler straight line. So that is now going to be serving as my neckline. So I increased my neck width by half an inch. Reason being that when it's deeper, it is a little bit wider on the shoulder line. So when it's up, it is not that wide. So being widen it on the shoulder, it is to help it to sit well and not to be gaping, to help it to relax when you eventually hold your shoulder. Now when we are talking of a waistcoat or a vestcoat, there's going to be some adjustments, which there will be reduction and deepening. Before we go into that, so now I'm extending. I want to add for this coat vest. No, it's going to be a shape that is coming down on the front. So I'm going to be adding to my high hip line. And my high hip line for my waistline, it is 4 inches. It works for almost all sizes. It is 4 inches to your high hip line. Your high hip line is your panties line. So I've marked 4 inches and then I connect it to the extension that we added on the front for the button overlap. So right now, I'm going to be connecting to my side seam, but I've not taken my measurement of my side seam. So let me go ahead right now and put all my measurements. That is all my circumference measurements, my bust circumference, and my under bust circumference, and with my seam allowance 1 inch, then my waist circumference. So I won't forget to also add my dart. That is what I'm showing you over there. I'm also going to be putting back my dart. Just because I've not added it does not mean I'm going to put it into measurement. So I'll have to return it back because I'm still going to take the dart. So when you put all your circumference measurements and then you connect the lines and also the seam allowance, and you also connect the lines. Okay, so right now I'm now going to go ahead and connect my seam to the center front, where I've already dropped it by about 4 inches. which is for my waistcoat to drop at the front. Do you get it? So now I'm connecting this. So the next thing I'll be doing, I'm also going to be adding a seam allowance to the under to my M line. So seam allowance of 1 inch, I'm going to be marking all through as well. And then likewise, I'm going to be adding half an inch seam allowance to the center front, to that of the center front over there. A waistcoat or a vest coat is a sleeveless structural garment, typically over a blouse, shirt or dress. It's a classic wardrobe piece that blends formality with style and can be tailored for either a fitted or loose silks depending on the fashion intent. So you can see now I've rightly placed my side seam, and then here I'm adding half an inch for my seam allowance for every other part, to my neckline, to my shoulder. So everything I'm going to be putting there are just going to be half an inch, but 1 inch for my side seam and 1 inch for my M line, like it is over there. So that is that. So I'm going to be adding everything round, and then we are going to be shaping this and also do that of the back. Great job. So I've gone ahead to add on my side seam on every part of this, including that of the back. So right now the back is going to be cut on fold. That is why it's cut on fold there, and the front is to be cut 2-piece. So like I said, I have my shoulder darts, So now on my shoulder, when you are adjusting for your waist and your vest coat, there is going to be a shoulder reduction. Normally, like a standard measurement is about 3 inches. It's okay, or 3.5 depending on how broad the shoulder is, but 3 to 3.5. So most times you reduce the shoulder by about 1 inch, 1.5, depending on the wideness you have on your shoulder. So I'm showing you right here that I'm going to be reducing this. Because I'm going to be closing up this dart. So -1 from what I have here will be taken away, and then minus so whatever I'm going to be remaining left should be around 3 inches, because I'm working with a medium measurement. Do you get it? On my shoulder. So I must be left with 3 inches, so it must be aligned with both the front and that of the back. So the next thing I'm also going to be reducing, because you want comfort around your armhole. You're going to be wearing this over, is a layer. You're going to be wearing it over a jacket, a shirt, or you're going to, whatever way you style it. So there must be a deepening on the armhole as well. So on my armhole, I'm going in by about 2 inches. You can do 2 or 2.5. Okay, to deepen my armhole. And then on my underarm, I'm going to be measuring about maybe 1 inch and 1.5 as well. So for this one, I just use my bust line, because from my bust line to my chest line is just around 1.5. So I target my bust line for my new armhole deepen, and then I went in on my mid armhole by 2 inches, 2.5, and then on my shoulder tip, I also reduce, considering the dart intake I have there, because I've already taken a dart there, which is 1 inch on both shoulder. You can see that. So I have about 4.5 before. I have about 4.5. So removing 5.5. So removing the dart 1 inch. It's about 4.5 left. Then the remaining 1 inch is about 4 inches. So it's just 5 inches. So removing it, so it makes me to have it. So the whole goal is that you should have about 3 inches or 3.5 on your shoulder. It is okay for your shoulder, because there is no sleeve cap. So it is better you have a narrower shoulder, not a broad shoulder. So reduce your shoulder measurement, but for both front and the back, so about 3 inches or 3.5, depending on the measurement sizes you are working with. For small and medium, 3 inches works well. So if you have a very broad shoulder, you can also want to do 3.5. So I've already reduced my armhole, and then I reduced my shoulder as well. And then I'm dividing this into 2. I also put my seam allowance of where I'm going to be putting it. Your seam allowance can also be rightly added on your fabric. So now I'm going to be closing up that dart. Remember I said I've already considered my dart intake as well to reduce my shoulder tip. So open this bust dart, and then you close the shoulder dart. How all this is done is on our basic bodies. Check our channel on how it's done. Mary Adedoyin is my name, and I'm the lead fashion store of DOSEfashions Academy, where we help you to give your creativity expressions with our simple, detailed, and timely classes. So right now, I'm confirming my measurements if I have up to the 3 inches I want, which is good for what I want for this measurement. So I have my 3 inches. So now that I've properly taken my dart, so you can see how it is done over there. So the next thing I will want to do now is to now put my waist dart, because I've already increased the length of the center front. So I need to now do my standard waist dart. So I'm going to be extending the normal bust span that is put there before of about 4 inches from the center front. That is a nipple to nipple distance. So then I'm going to also be putting a dart of just 1 inch for my standard waist dart. DOSEfashions Academy, it's an online academy that helps you to give your creativity expressions irrespective of where you are. You can join us in any of our online classes. Just let us know your schedule, and we are right there to guide you. Swing, crafts, and pattern making classes. For this project now, the swing classes is ongoing in our summer class, where you can also join us. And anytime you're seeing this, you can message us for the swing class on how to teach you how to the art and method of lining, of sewing, of constructing this, and a neat finishing. But if you have been sewing before and you are seeing this, you can do it yourself. It's a DIY project. If you need a guideline or one-on-one section, reach out to us. Message us at dosefashions1@gmail.com, or you comment here and then we reach out to you. Thank you for always subscribing to our channel and looking forward to more and more videos. If you have not subscribed, click on the subscribe button to encourage us to do more and bring classes to you anytime, any day. So right now, I've already placed my standard waist dart, which is about 1 inch. So now I'm going to be closing the bust dart as well, because this is just going to be having just the standard dart. So I'm closing the shoulder dart, I transferred it to the bust dart, and then I'm closing the bust dart, and then it's now going to be rightly transferred to my waist dart. So the waist is now the target. Why hide the waist of Vestcoat to your DIY project? It's because it teaches structure and finishing techniques. It's great for learning lining, darting, and nails closure. Just like I said before, if you want me to guide you one-on-one, you can reach out to me on how this is done. It's had a professional edge to any outfit, ideal upcycling piece for all suits or denim. So if you have a denim that you are doing upcycling, even a bedspread, a cotton that you want to do upcycling projects with, you can always reach out to us, because there are different fabric you can use for different purpose for this kind of projects. You get, it's not suitable fabrics for this. When you say wool blend for formal or structural pieces, your denim and cotton for casual and breathable wear, satin silk for elegance and evening wears. If you're redesigning with Ankara or African prints for vibrant and cultural designs. So all this, they just have different pictures. You don't just pick a fabric and just design. So when you pick a fabric, you should know that, okay, this vest goes maybe just for summer evening wear, and that is just what I want, then you now consider the kind of fabric you want. So for more and more details, just reach out to me, and then I'll be there to guide you on how to go about this. So now I'm properly labeling my front jacket, waist Vestcoat jacket. So it is done. So you can see it's looking so amazing, perfect. So now I'm going to go ahead right now, and then I'm going to cut the back. But before I cut the back, I want to show you something here. It's a practical that I would love to show you here. So in a class, when we are in class doing this, student has, because I have reduced my bust dart, will I still have the same measurement at the side seam? I said, okay, let's confirm here. So right now, I'm going to be adding what I added on the side seam for the front. That is the bust dart. So I'm putting 1 inch. You know how to take your side bust dart, right? Check our basic bodies videos, and you'll be seeing how it's done there. So I'm putting the 1 inch back. So we are going to be confirming it, if it's aligned or not aligned, if it's always necessary or not necessary. It's best to show example in practicals. So right now I've added that 1 inch at the extra base and then I'm cutting. So after cutting this, I'm now going to be showing you the effect of what it looks like if it is needed. When you take your bust that at the front, do you need to add it back at the back to have equal sizing? So for this project, I say let's check. So right now I'm going ahead to cut this. So the fashion use and styling for a waistcoat or a vest coat, when we say corporate look, so if you have sewed this and for a corporate look you pair with a pants or pencil skirt, do you get that? So you pair this kind of coat or waistcoat with a pants or pencil skirt, that is for corporate look. Then just a casual chic, just wear over a tee with jeans. Okay, you can also maybe shorts. That is for a casual chic. So for short, just like for the sake of this project we are showing you, so wearing over a short just for summer evening and all that. So layered fashion, you can rock over dresses or with a blazer. So that is the once you have layers, you wear under your blazer and all the likes like that. If it's your first time of visiting this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Now we are making use of every of our practical videos. Please submit your practicals. Let us know how far you've gone, and let us know. We can always even correct you and ask questions, please. So like I said, this is the first episode, which is the waistcoat on the Vestcoat. Look out for the blazer, the nudge, the peak lapel, the kimono, and every other jacket. The water for all the jackets that are coming to this channel. Now look at what we have here with what we added before. Was it needed? Not at all. So we're going to be cutting it away. So I just show you that for a practical purpose. So now we have our front and then we have our back. Look at it. I tape the shoulder and then I'm showing you the result. Look at how amazing this is looking. So beautiful. So you can rock if you make your basic pants block as posted on this video. So go ahead and do your pants with a waistcoat vest now, and then if it's a short you want for your basic pants, so you can reduce your shorts. Okay, so the measurements you actually, so the shorts you want, so reduce the measurement. Okay, so you can cut tops. Now if you want a wet pocket, so your wet pocket should be around your underbust area. Okay, so just put your welt pocket over there. So now look at it. So for shorts, just copy this pattern and then you cut your shorts. It's folded. This is the basic pants we actually drafted before, and then it's folded for short because the essence of this class that we are doing this summer, it is a short and a coat vest we are doing. Then you put your button channel, so you can have a 4 button, you can have 3, you can have 2, depending on what you want. So you put your buttons to where you have it, and that is all. Amazing project. Thank you guys so much for watching. We see you in our next video. Don't forget, comment, like and share. Let us make blazer in our next episode. Okay, see you in our next video. All right, bye.